It has been 5 days of a painful wait for survivors of the Solai Dam tragedy. While some families have positively identified bodies of their loved ones for burial, others still gaze upon the skies for hopes of recovering bodies of their kin. Our reporter Elphas Lagat now joins us live from Solai to give us the latest updates. Elphas, good afternoon. We understand that security agents have just made an address on the same. Kindly keep us up to speed.
Well, good afternoon to you, Akisa. In the studio, we can confirm to you that we've had a conversation with the Security Committee for the Senate that is being chaired by Yusuf Haji. He was flanked by other senators, including Nakuru Senator Susan Kihika. And of particular interest is that of Susan Kihika, pointing out that there is need to try and do and expedite investigations. You would remember that the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions pointed out that they needed to carry out investigations and file a report within 14 days after the tragedy happened here in Solai, one of the Patel dams, paving way and raging waters sweeping an entire village. The update today, Akisa, is that we were here in the morning. We started off with a DO post, and there is a lot of help coming in for the affected people, the 350 people who are being accommodated here as well. And while there, we received a report from one of the locals who informed us that a body had been recovered for a boy estimated around 8-10 years. And you would remember that the team that was tasked with the search for the body, the search and recovery process for the bodies and the missing persons of the Solai tragedy had been scaled down yesterday. But residents told us that they hardly could see people, doing or rather carrying out the search and rescue mission. So some of them are calling on the government to try, they're appealing to the government to try and expedite the process of even sending sniffer dogs, if that would help, because they're saying many of the manholes could possibly have trapped more bodies. A statement that we've had a conversation with the regional coordinator, Mr. Mongo Chimwanga, telling us that some of the people, those affected, the victims, some of them stayed alone. And from the registrar, the register on the desk of Red Cross, they might not have captured the data so as to positively identify, to have positive IDs of those people at the morgue as well. So the update now is that one more body has been found. Is a boy about 8 or 10 years there, and the body has now been taken to the morgue for processing and post-mortem process that started in the morning and is hoped to be completed by the end of the day. And again, Mr. Mongo Chimwanga, the regional coordinator, confirming that should the exercise exit today, they would be carrying out the whole process to ensure that every body or every other missing person is positively identified. So that is the situation. We are here at Solai Center as well, just trying to assess the situation to see how these people are being helped. Akisa.
So let's once again go through the numbers in terms of the official numbers of those dead and those who are missing, with reports of one more body being found today. From where you sit, do you think there's a disconnect?
Now, that is a sentiment that is really reverberating through many residents. They are saying that the search and rescue process was prematurely scaled down, according to them. I spoke to about 4 people, two men and 2 women as well, confirming to us that some sections of the manholes, they're about 16 in number. I counted some of them, and they are telling us that there are sections that they feel possibly could have trapped more people. Because even at Solai Nakinyo Primary School this morning, we had a conversation with the teachers, we had a conversation with the residents here. They're telling us that they're not seeing people who they are accustomed to, people who are their neighbors, people who are they were related to. You would understand that majority of those missing their persons are anguished, they are pained, they are traversing to and fro, going to the morgue, trying to just identify if they can find the bodies of their loved ones. So as it appears, Akisa Wandera, there appears to be a disconnect from the official statement that was issued yesterday and from that of the residents who feel that many people could possibly be trapped in the manholes that were created by the raging waters when the tragedy happened on Wednesday last week. Akisa.
First Lagat for us there in Solai, talking about the numbers and the questions that are being raised by residents who say they think there is a bigger number that is still unaccounted for, and are asking why that particular search and rescue operation has been downscaled. We will be seeking to answer questions or get relevant people to respond to this, but for now, that is Alphas Lagat for us in